Hello, I'm Dr. Jack Wolfson, cardiologist and founder of Natural Heart Doctor, the home of the 100-year heart. Have you or a loved one been diagnosed with AFib? People with AFib have a ton of questions. Today I want to talk to you about something I get asked about all the time. Can people with atrial fibrillation exercise? Exercise makes your heart pound, but what if it's already racing before you start? Will working out make it worse? What if you have AFib in the past but are currently in a regular rhythm? Will exercise trigger another AFib episode? The answers may not be straightforward, but I'm here to set the record straight. Here's something everyone needs to understand. Exercise is one of the best things we can do for a healthy heart. Not only does exercise strengthen the heart directly, but it also reduces or eliminates some of the risk factors that can lead to heart disease. Exercise causes the heart to beat faster and blood vessels to dilate, thus increasing oxygen supply to all the organs, including the heart itself. Following a regular exercise routine is the perfect way to help optimize body weight, optimal blood pressure, heart rate control, lower inflammation, improve blood flow, improve cholesterol numbers, reduce the risk of heart attacks and stroke, and lower the stress hormones in the body. As you may know, atrial fibrillation is an irregular heart rhythm due to an electrical misfiring of the heart's upper chambers. When a person is in AFib, they can feel fatigued, lightheaded, and short of breath. Some people may have no symptoms. In addition, atrial fibrillation may diminish the ability to exercise. So the question is, can someone with AFib exercise? Because atrial fibrillation reduces your heart's ability to pump blood effectively, and exercise causes your heart to pump faster, it stands to reason that additional stress on the heart may not be helpful. However, since the heart is a muscle, the best way to strengthen it is through exercise. In most instances, it is perfectly safe for AFib patients to exercise. In fact, exercise may be good for helping atrial fibrillation patients, even preventing new episodes. For example, a recent Norwegian study followed 51 AFib patients, half of whom ran or walked for 3 times a week for 45 minutes, and those who did not. Those who exercised for that duration saw their AFib times cut in half. Whether you have paroxysmal AFib, where your heart is in and out, or are normal rhythm, or have permanent atrial fibrillation, exercise is for you. The best kind of exercise with AFib is the exercise you love. When you enjoy what you're doing, you are likely to continue. Great activities include hiking, biking, tennis, yoga, swimming, kayaking, and more. When thinking about exercise, it's best to attempt to mimic the movements of our ancestors. Thousands of years ago, our ancestors were not at a spin class or running a marathon. Instead, they did burst activities like running, carrying food and supplies, hunting, and caring for children and grandchildren. As a father of 4, I get plenty of activity chasing after my kids. These short spurts of exercise elevate the heart rate temporarily and then quickly bring it back to baseline. For example, walking is an excellent activity for AFib. One way to get activity with walking is to walk fast, slow it down, walk fast, slow it down. That change of activities. It's best to do something you can do outside. Most gyms are toxic environments that should be avoided. It's hard to heal when working out in artificial lights, breathing in the chemicals, surrounded by all the electromagnetic frequencies. Exercise outdoor whenever possible. The more time you spend outdoors, the longer you'll live. Experts once thought that aerobic exercise is best for the heart. And while it certainly has benefits, strength training is the way to go. Multiple recent studies have illustrated the relationship between weight training and heart health. For example, a recent one found that resistance training reduced fat tissue around the heart by over 31% compared to those who did not exercise. Lowering fat around the heart is key. Now, this doesn't mean you should go out and get a heavy weight set. It means using your body is the best way to build muscle mass. This is relatively lightweight, and that's the best way to go. Recent studies have shown that lifting lighter weights is just as effective as lifting heavier weights to build strength and muscle. Better yet, resistance training is a great way to maintain and build the muscles without the heavy straining. So again, you don't need to lift up 1,000,000 pounds over your head. Use your body weight, use light weights, be physically active. It's interesting that high-level athletes have a very high risk of AFib. A major study concluded that actually they have twice the risk as compared to non-athletes, and these are typically younger people. The problem with those folks is that they don't take in enough antioxidants. And when people typically do those activities, again, they're doing heavy activity, burning a lot of waste products, and they're not taking in the antioxidants like the good food, the sleep, the sunshine you need. So what happens is, again, physical activity generates these free radicals and oxidative stress that leads to AFib. Most athletes don't consume enough antioxidants to counteract this. You definitely should. People with AFib, it's best to begin slowly and work up to a moderate level of exercise. Consistency is the key. It's much more beneficial to do exercise frequently than to do high levels sporadically. And don't forget, listen, one of the most important things you can do is listen to your body. You may need to adjust your workouts based on your symptoms, and that's perfectly fine. It's just, again, get outdoors, have fun. No matter what the weather is, try and get outside. Show kindness to your body and be patient with yourself. No matter what kind of exercise you've decided on, definitely make sure you stay hydrated, you're eating well, you're sleeping well. You want to make sure you do that. Never compromise sleep in order to get your exercise in. Atrial fibrillation can be a life-changing disease, but it doesn't have to be. Don't let your diagnosis stand in the way of a consistent physical activity routine. Not only is working out regularly good for your health, but it may actually help to reduce or even eliminate AFib. Now, I want to spend a few minutes talking about one of my favorite ways to move and be active. I encourage all of my patients to do more of this simple activity. It's safe, free, easy to do, doesn't require special equipment or a gym membership, and it's one of the best ways to protect your heart and keep your body healthy. So grab your shoes, hit the trail, and get going. All you need to do is go for a walk. Commit to a morning walk, a noon walk, an afternoon walk, evening walk, all these. Here are 13 reasons to get your walk on daily. Number 1, it reduces the risk of heart disease. Like every other kind of movement, walking is one of the greatest things you can do to achieve your 100-year heart and prevent cardiovascular disease. Studies suggest that 30 minutes of walking 5 days a week could reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease by more than 30%. Brisk walking gives your lungs and heart a gentle workout to help improve oxygen intake, normalize cholesterol, reduce your resting heart rate, and keep your blood circulating effectively. Number 2, walking reduces the risk of diabetes. Now, even if you don't have diabetes, your blood sugar could be very high if it hasn't recently been checked. Poor diet, obesity, lack of physical activity, and stress, and lack of sleep and sun can all lead to high blood sugar and eventually the development of diabetes. And diabetes is highly linked to atrial fibrillation. Walking helps regulate blood sugar and reduce diabetes risk by 43%, according to a recent study. Number 3, walking improves your mood. I know I feel so much better when I'm outside. So a simple walk outdoors is a powerful tool to decrease stress, decrease depression, anxiety risk, and brighten your mood. And again, it's not just a good feeling. It's like those scientific benefits of the hormones released in your brain from a walk are really, really proven. So again, as you are doing this physical activity, you increase circulation to your brain, and that's ultimately going to help your mood. Now, walking also reduces circulating cortisol levels, and that can be an excellent tool for managing chronic stress. It positively impacts the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal, or HPA axis, the body's central stress response system. Meaning the more you walk, the less stressed your life will be, especially when out in nature. Now, one study found that when people were out there in nature, these 128 patients, they found that their mood was so much better just by the act of getting up, walking. Again, it just puts you in a better state of mind. Other studies have shown that taking a stroll through nature, especially a forested area, could be a beneficial tool for managing and reducing depression and anxiety. Walking outdoors is especially powerful because sunlight increases serotonin levels, and that's the happy hormone, and helps ward off negative emotions. Those tree huggers, actually hugging a tree is actually a thing. It actually helps. Number 4, walking helps you maintain weight. Again, so many people are obese and overweight. We got drive-throughs and grocery deliveries and work-from-home jobs. It's made it difficult for people to move even a little bit, and certainly they're exercising even less. Now, the CDC estimates that 73% of Americans are either overweight or obese. This number could be slashed dramatically with simple lifestyle interventions such as a good, clean diet and that daily walk. And walking is accessible for any mobile individual, even if they're overweight. It is the gateway into the healthy body that everyone can unlock. Now, this incredible form of aerobic activity combats the negative effects of a sedentary lifestyle, helps you burn calories, and reduce the belly fat associated with heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Plus, since walking is so easy to incorporate into your daily routine and makes you feel better, many people find it easier to stick with that than other types of exercise. Again, just getting outdoors. Go for a walk in the morning, a walk in the noon, a walk in the evening. Take a partner with you on that. Walking also helps to alleviate joint pain. So many people are suffering with joint issues, osteoarthritis, inflammatory arthritis. And again, walking is a fantastic activity to walk, to hike, to be able to get out there. You don't have to do any kind of crazy running or anything like that. Now, again, the rest is very important when it helps to your joints, but again, getting physically active is really the key, getting moving, and that all plays in well with the eat well, live well, think well process. Number 6, walking helps reduce the risk of developing cancer. A large study found that walking is associated with a reduced risk of breast cancer, colon cancer, and obviously also heart disease and diabetes. Results from 12 studies with over 1.4 million people showed that leisure time physical activity, including walking, was associated with a lower risk of over 13 different types of cancer. And this is after looking at other factors regarding smoking and obesity. So again, walking alone has those benefits. Number 7, well, from a cardiologist, it makes sense. Walking helps to reduce blood pressure. That's why I recommend it so often. Now, elevated blood pressure, is linked to heart attacks and strokes and congestive heart failure and kidney disease. Recent research in the journal Hypertension indicates that exercise, not pharmaceuticals, are the way to effectively lower blood pressure and actually change outcomes such as heart attacks, strokes, and kidney disease. Number 8, walking strengthens your muscles. Most people don't think of walking as their way to tone their muscles and make more definition, but it actually is beneficial there. Find a route with some hills or a form of incline, or again, I love to get out on a hike, and you will get more of those cardiovascular benefits, the up the hill, down the hill, etc. That's the way to go. Number 9, exercise also helps to protect the brain. Daily moderate exercise is the best defense against age-related cognitive decline. Walking protects the brain by improving blood flow, increases the size of this piece of the brain called the hippocampus, and that's responsible for your memory, so you definitely want to exercise that. Now, also, walking reduces the risk factors associated with dementia, including high blood pressure, diabetes, and depression. Some studies actually show that it could actually help communication in between your brain cells, and that's obviously a positive thing. Number 10, walking helps to improve your sleep. An evening walk can be just what you need to unwind, relax, and sleep soundlessly through the night. Lack of movement is associated with sleep disturbances and insomnia, so definitely walking helps to support the quality sleep. I know it's one of my key strategies to make sure I get to sleep on time. We go for that evening walk, watch the sun go down, and then shortly thereafter, we get into bed. Number 11, walking also helps with your digestion. Gut health is far more critical than you think. When your gut is healthy and happy, so are you. Walking may help improve your bowel activity, reduce constipation, prevent bloating, and scientists think that walking helps to stimulate the digestive system and helps to make it work more effectively. Number 12, walking boosts the immune system. This is critical these days. Regular moderate exercise activates the immune response and helps your immune cells and get them into top fighting form, ready to fight off any foreign pathogens. Number 13, walking increases energy. Though many people associate physical activity with fatigue, the opposite is true, particularly with walking. Getting your walk on could help give you that afternoon pick-me-up as it improves circulation, increases oxygenation that your mitochondria need in order to produce that cellular energy to get the body going. Now, walking is also fantastic for detoxification and lymphatic flow, this third part of the circulation, to flush out all the toxins, all the different chemicals, get that moving, your muscle pumps get going, help to push that through and out of your body. So how to walk for your 100-year heart? Stay consistent. Any movement is better than no movement. A 30-minute walk again in the morning, evening, anytime during the day. Set a schedule, put it on your calendar, find a partner or two, and get out there. Again, getting outside is absolutely critical. The added benefits of the sunshine, the fresh air, get out of the gym, get out of the chemicals, get out of the poison, get out of the EMF, get outside. Bring a friend. Walking by yourself is a great time to get in touch with your thoughts, get out there in nature and get some meditation going on. But again, if you want to get out there with your spouse, a significant other, family members, and of course, even your dog, get out there and go for the walk. Level up when you're ready. Once you've gotten used to walking every day, start to increase your speed for an even more aerobic benefit. Getting your heart rate elevated with exercise is an excellent way to support cardiovascular health. Make physical activity part of your life. Train your brain to crave movements, by making simple lifestyle adjustments, such as parking at the back of the parking lot, walking on your lunch break, and taking the stairs. Remember the days of the smoke break? Well, getting outside and walking has replaced the smoke break. Remember, a walk a day will help you achieve your 100-year heart. Living a healthy lifestyle is not complicated. You don't need expensive equipment or a personal trainer to get fit and protect your heart. Your own 2 legs will do just fine and carry you far in your journey. Cheers to your 100-year heart.